in San Francisco, this is like the core of technology in the world, and everyone and their mother are all starting startups, working at a startup, and they want to start a startup. So take a step back from the Googles and the Instagrams and everyone else, and go back to the very, very basic step of just launching a product, getting customers, making some revenue. So, you know, the problem is, like, what happens if you're not technical, you don't know coding, you don't know how to do Python or Django or anything like that. You're a designer or a marketer. You know, everyone tells you need to have a technical co-founder. I've been rejected several times from YC, basically because I don't have a technical co-founder. The problem with this is that everyone is looking for a technical co-founder now, you know, and they're not working on the idea that they're actually passionate about. You know, when you're spending time searching for the right person and actually working on the idea, you're wasting time. And you actually can start working on your product and do stuff, even if you don't know coding, if you don't know marketing, even if you're on by yourself. For over a year, I worked at my company, Wedding Lovely, as a solo designer co-founder, or founder. I got into 500 startups. I got investment. I made a successful company. I had revenue. And this is kind of things that made my last year successful. So, number one is basically be curious about everything you're working on and be excited about learning new things. Especially as, like, you know, I'm a designer and I had to learn programming. And so, you know, if you're looking at a new task and you're like, that new task, it's scary, but that might be fun to pick up, that's a really, really great trait as a founder. Because you're going to be juggling a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to be picking up things you've never done before. And if you wake up every day thinking, hey, this is really cool, I'm learning something new, I might not be very good at it, but I'm learning something new, you're on a really, really great track, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. So, you know, secondly, when people say, when you're like, oh, why can't I just hire someone to build my website for me, or why can't I just pick up a contractor? By definition, these people don't care about your product as much as you do. And it's not that hard to actually pick up things. So just try to do it yourself. So when you don't have a founder, you don't have a co-founder, you know, someone riding the roller coaster ride of starting a startup like you, it can be really, really scary. Especially when you hit those dips in starting your startup, and it's going to be really tempting to quit. So have someone there, have someone that you can talk to, a mentor, another entrepreneur, someone who can tell you it's going to be okay. This is crucial. Don't do it alone. This is going to help you so much if you do things solo. So be persistent. You know, when I started doing this, I was a designer, again, doing this myself, learning programming. I heard about the Designer Fund, which is an organization promoting designer founders. They don't like solo founders either. So I proceeded to bug the living crap out of the founder of the Designer Fund, like stalking him at events, like finding out where he was on Facebook, sending him emails, sending my friends him emails. You know, he's a cool guy, he understood, and I got accepted in the Designer Fund. And because I got accepted in the Designer Fund, I also got invitation to apply with 500 startups, and I got into 500 startups. And this really just changed where my startup was going. You know, the founder or the partner of 500 startups called me a cockroach. You know, this is a compliment. He says, I'm a cockroach because I will just never, ever quit. And that's awesome. So befriend people who are smarter than you. I mean, again, I didn't know programming, didn't know marketing. I formed myself a network of people that I can ask stupid questions. Because I'm bootstrapping my knowledge. I am learning things as people answer questions to me. This is like the best thing about having an incubator experience, is you have instant access to these mentors and to these really, really smart entrepreneurs. But really, you know, if you can like build a network of people around you that can support you, don't worry about asking stupid questions and having other people help you out. And then, you know, really, really quickly, focus on revenue. It might seem really, really easy to fundraise when everyone else is like raising $1 billion and whatnot. It's going to be really hard as a solo founder. So, you know, as you have money in, it makes things so much easier. And never, ever, ever stop looking for a co-founder. Don't stop working on a product, but don't actually keep your eyes and ears open for a co-founder, because I managed to find someone right for me a little over a year working my startup. So I have a co-founder. I have a technical co-founder. My startup is amazing. Things are great. So really, don't stop looking for a co-founder, but don't stop working on a product. It is okay to work things on your own. It is okay to pick things up, be excited, and start working on a project you've really always wanted to work on. So thank you.